No, topsy-turvy this weekend, but doing good.
Topsy-turvy this weekend? Highs and lows?
Highs and lows, man.
Is that fantasy related? Or was there some personal?
No, it's all fantasy related. I had a good weekend personally, but I had a few disagreements here and there, fantasy-wise.
Okay, do we need to clear the air with this right off the rip? Or are you good?
No, I doesn't matter what I say. We don't live in a freaking democracy. It takes one person to fuck it all up. So
I mean, we don't live in a democracy because we're in the middle of a season.
We're in the second game. We're in the second game of the season.
Yeah, but the season has started, so we can't change rules mid-season.
It's not mid-season.
We are mid. Like the season has started.
Okay, the season started. You can say that the season started.
Yeah,
we're not mid-season.
We are mid-season. Don't be an idiot.
No, we haven't.
Are we going to start off with you crying?
We haven't gone 19 games into the season where a rule needs to be changed.
Mid-season isn't literally middle of the season, right?
It's just mid-season means you're in the midst of the season.
That's not what I mean. Mid-season is middle.
No.
Okay.
You know what middle of the season
semantics is? Let's not get into the semantics of this. I think Tico, please don't aggravate him more.
No. This is why I'm here. Middle of the season means somewhere from week 1 to 38. Middle.
That's
okay. Look at me.
Middle. Okay, so the breakdown of what happened was that the Cole Palmer injury sub happened. And I, up until this point in like 3 or 4 years of being commissioner, I've had a very hands-off approach. Like I don't allow people to go in to change things. I don't like make changes like that. Like when trades happen, they go through. Like I'm very hands-off. That's been my commissioner's
lazy.
Style. Okay. Call it lazy if you want, but for me, it's that the second I start doing a little bit, give you mice a cookie, and you guys, next thing you know, you want some milk. Next thing you know, you want a blanket. Next thing you know, you want a nap. It's this ever-going thing. So my strategy is to be very hands-off, let Fantrax do its thing, and then we go from there. So Enzo was very upset by the Cole Palmer trade. I was like, hey, in the past, this is how we've done it. I have since done some research and talked to some people, and I understand where you're coming from. And I think moving forward, that is the right way to do it. But because a precedent has been set in previous seasons and we are mid-season, we cannot change that, because then it's not fair to Jack. It's not fair to the guy you're playing against. All of a sudden, we make a rule.
Guys don't even start in the right players, but it doesn't matter. But also, someone had accidentally dropped the player by accident. We fixed that for him real quick because he fucked up, and then we let him get his player back.
Yeah, because he's brand new.
We can't change. We can't change rules mid-season.
He didn't understand the rule.
Can't change rules mid-season. Can't change. No, you read the rules before you join the league. That's changing the rule.
That's not changing the rule.
Well, that's okay. You adjusted the rule, so you made it okay for him to do that. But I don't care. Let's move on.
You're still winning this week.
I'm still winning this week, but that's not the point. Points count at the end of the season. Points count.
So let me be the voice of reason, you idiots. It's part of fantasy, man. It happens. It's happened in NBA where the game started and there's been like a last minute scratch, something happened, whatever, and it is what it is. If you're on the other side, you're happy. If you're on the shitty side, hey, whatever.
I mean, it's also, it's like not like it happens all the time. It sucks to happen to you
twice,
and you're vocal about it.
It doesn't.
It's happened to me It's happened to me 2 seasons in a row.
Hey, you know what? I went in to sub in a Sevao, who I drafted over Keefe because Keefe wanted to draft some trash ass player.
I know. Don't. Why you bring it up again?
And I went. It was too late. Hey, it is what it is. You don't see me crying.
Okay, are we past it now?
Yeah, I've been past it. I didn't even need to speak about it.
I'm going to bring it up multiple times.
You brought it up.
No, I didn't.
The first thing you said was like, "Oh, highs and lows this week."
Yeah, that's exactly what I said, but I didn't make it exactly what it was. We could have just moved on from that.
All right. Should we do the intro?
I guess. Should we change that too? Oh no, it's mid-season. We can't do that.
Oh my god! This is why I can't. This is why I keep my hands clean of things, because like any sort of little change is like such a. You guys are such drama queens. Everyone's such a drama queen.
You know what really upset me was the fact that you did a vote, but it just takes one person to ruin the vote.
Because we're mid-season.
It's not a majority rule. It's not a majority rule.
It's off season. If we're off season and you'd been like, hey, this thing happened to me last year, I don't think was fair. Let's vote on this, and then it would have been a majority rule. Because we're in the middle of a season, to change a rule in the middle of the season, the bar is significantly higher than to change a rule in the off season.
So, okay, just take notes so we can change this next year. or just don't and let it screw
Why
someone else over.
Sergey? It's you. It's something happened to you.
Because Sergey's writing the notes.
No.
Take notes.
That makes sense. You had all of offseason to bring it up. Hey, commissioner, you know what? I want to better the league. This is the changes I want. But you were complacent. You're celebrating your Super Europa Championship. This is on you.
Yeah. Thanks, Chico.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we ready? Is this episode 103? Are we ready? Hello, and welcome to episode 103 of Draft Offsides. I'm with Tico and Enzo. My name is Keefe, and I want to start the episode off by apologizing for the last 20 minutes of the last episode. We had some technical difficulties and talked about the Tottenham game 3 times. We didn't really understand that Sergey was also in a Y, so he was just his editing wasn't at the highest, at peak performance. So it's just a little bit of a messy situation, but just know that that's not the norm. If you're kind of newer, we're usually a little bit more put together, not much, but a little more put together than that. Fair?
I agree.
So, let's get it going. We're game week 2 is almost in the books. We have one game on Monday. We're recording on Sunday after the games. How you guys feeling after game week 2? Good, bad?
Is that even a question you should be asking me right now? Sorry, no,
we're not talking about that.
Okay. All right, I'm okay. But the thing is, I got a bunch of players going tomorrow, so I don't know if I'm going to win or lose on both match weeks yet. I am playing Tico on another. I don't know who's going to win. We both had a couple duds, so don't know yet, man. I don't know how it's going because I don't know if I'm going to have to do a Tico for 5 days.
Well,
so you playing Tico in one league, I'm playing Tico in the other.
Mm-hmm.
Well, against Enzo in the main league, you got lucky. Saka got injured, and Keefe refused to sub him out and put in more points that I have on the bench. No, it's. I think you're gonna win. I think it's pretty obvious you're gonna win.
Don't do the reverse jinx.
No, I'm not.
He's doing the reverse jinx.
I'm not.
He's doing the reverse jinx.
Look at this face, not a reverse jinx. And then
classic reverse jinx
against Keefe. I think I was projected to win, but my team shot the bed.
We I mean, we were for a while there, we were on record for some of the worst total scores.
And I don't know if you've looked at our matchup. Guess what my highest scoring player, how many points they have?
18?
5.5.
No way.
Yeah.
No, it isn't.
Dude, I have 21.25 points. The highest player has 5.5 points.
Are you talking about Keefe?
The 12 man.
Yeah, the 12 man.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about me.
No.
I was like, no.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't that far behind you until today, too. Saturday, after Saturday, it was like 12 to 15 or something like that. Well,
yeah, Grealish kind of
yeah, he might have won me the week.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay. Enough about us. We're doing good. And let's get into news and notes. I think the first thing, a little funeral song for Eberechi Eze. I choose you, Arsenal, over Tottenham. Heartbreaking, Enzo.
Deal was done again, man. But it's Levy just tweaking it, trying to save pennies. I say pennies. He's trying to save millions. But I heard he had put in his bid. It got accepted. And all of a sudden, he wanted to do a different deal where he wanted to switch Richarlison out there and give them some money instead. That's what I heard. And then, obviously, Kai got injured. And then they swooped in and did 60 million right off the bat with up to 87 million in add-ons total to make it. And then he was always going to choose Arsenal over Tottenham.
I think my take is if you know the player is exactly what you need and there's a potential for him to for another team to come in, you don't nickel and dime.
No,
why do you nickel and diming when you don't have that kind of exact thing? So it's
you don't have that luxury.
You don't have the luxury to do that. Like pay the extra 5 million, get him in a week before, and that's not a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And then also Palace would have been happy because then Palace would have had more time to find someone.
Yep.
But
it is what it is.
Yeah, and I what do you guys think fantasy-wise for Eze? I kind of feel like it's going to be maybe he might not start as many games. I still thinks he started a lot of games, but doesn't start as many, but his points are maybe a little higher because he just has more around him. He has the ability to create more and do that. Or do you think it's going to be problematic because he's potentially playing out on the left? Maybe next week, maybe he's playing
on the left. But before the injuries happened, that we don't know how bad they are, obviously, for Arsenal. But before the injuries happened, honestly, from the stuff I was reading, Trossard got erased. After they were trying to get rid of him.
Yeah, no extension of his contract, just a raise on his
just
rate,
a raise,
which is odd. Yeah,
which is very odd. And then that meant something must have been going on with Martinelli. I think he would have started on the left.
I think Martinelli might have left if it wasn't for these 2 injuries. The fact that he didn't get into the game on this weekend.
But now, depending on these injuries and how they're going, he's probably going to get minutes.
Well, Arteta came out and said Saka's injury is a significant hamstring injury, and it's on the other leg as last year. So it
said significant?
He said significant. That's Arteta. So
I read a tweet from the Athletic saying that they're neither of them are long-term injuries.
So this is post-game what Arteta said. It's just kind of maybe the conversation he had. So it's not like anything official, just kind of gut feeling, which, like the international break is coming up. So I think regardless, that helps out a lot. But as far as Eze goes, I think if he plays on the wing, on the left, I think that's when he will probably have the highest fantasy potential.
Do you think? I almost feel like the opposite. I feel like he would have the highest potential playing in the 10 or behind the striker. Mm-hmm. And on the left, like, it's just, he's done it for England. He's done it a little bit here and there, but like, that's not his natural position.
It's not, but if you look at the way Saka attacks from the left side, from the right side, if he does that from the left side, I think that would be the same thing. Even if you look at how Martinelli played, even that 1 year he had, like, what was it, 2 years ago when Martinelli had a great year, fantasy-wise, everything was going from the left side. So I think the way that the team plays, off the wings, I think that has like the dribbles, crosses, all of that potential.
Yeah. I mean, I think ultimately him playing in a team that's going to have a lot more possession, where he's going to get a lot more touches on the ball, it's probably good. And I think ultimately it's good. Like it's a good thing ultimately.
They're less direct. That's the other thing you got to think about. He's more direct.
But I think they're going to be more direct with Gyökeres and like the way I think Arteta's trying to change so that they can play a little more direct. Because when you look at modern football now, it's less of like that old Pep Guardiola, like hold the ball. It's like the Jurgen Klopp, or Areola. It's like that, like they want to be able to counter more. And like Gyökeres, that's how he wants to play. And that's how he scored his goal. It's transition football. And so I think I think Eze is good at that. He did that at Crystal Palace. So I don't know.
We're definitely going to see it.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I also think that it could take a little bit of time for him.
Yeah.
Okay. So we talked about Saka and Odegaard going down. I think that, the last I heard they weren't long-term injuries, but you should definitely check because I think that's very
international
likely.
Break.
I think that's realistic. I wouldn't be shocked if either of them didn't play next week.
They're
fine international.
Them breaking in Eze has now given him time to come back instead of rushing him back.
Yeah, and I think that ultimately, like, if these injuries would have happened last year, you're looking at like, holy shit, what do we do? And now it's like you have Madueke, you have Martinelli, you have Nwaneri, you have
that Bowman kid.
The Bowman, yeah, that's really. I mean, he looked good. He looked good in the preseason games too. I mean, he drew a penalty.
He can fill up some minutes. Like they don't need to rush him back. Like Eze can play 75, 80 minutes and then bring Bowman on for the last 15, so you don't tire him out.
And I think that's just modern football. You look at good teams; they have depth. It's not just the best 11 anymore. It's the best 15, 16, and horses for courses on who you're playing, what you're doing. Yeah. Okay, next one, moving on. Frimpong out until the international break. So he was out this week, out one more week, potentially.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we'll see how it affects Liverpool tomorrow. I mean, I think they're out both of their right backs. So we're probably going to see Joe Gomez go in there. That might be an interesting spot start if you need someone desperate tomorrow. I mean, I guess it's not going to matter for anyone who's listening to this because come out.
If Gordon plays on the left, he's going to have a field day.
Yeah, I mean, but the issue is that I think it sounds like Gordon's going to be up top again. I mean, I know it's hard. It's a hard pill to swallow. Just he does not look as good. And the second he did drift out wide, when he did drift out wide in those games, he looked much better. But we'll see. That game's tomorrow. It'll happen before this comes out. From the Frimpong question is just like what do you do? It's Bradley's out too. You're kind of just in between a rock and a hard spot if you're handcuffing them.
Yeah,
but you're fine. It's hopefully he'll be back after the international break.
Yeah.
Cole Palmer, the injury in the warm-ups.
Was it serious? I don't know I know it was like, it's a hamstring, right?
So I think what's interesting is I guess he'd felt something in the first game, in the Palace game, and played through it, and then it was like kind of limited all week. But the thing with soccer, with the EPL or just football in general is like, we don't really hear about these things. Like, in the NFL, like they release like an injury report. And a guy's questionable, a guy's not playing, but like you just don't really know. And I guess he tried his best to be ready and he wasn't ready. And
I'm not gonna lie, I would love that for the EPL. Like,
no, of course. I mean, it would make
like training on
so
Tuesday.
Yeah, like exactly. It would make our lives so much easier.
Just little things,
Yeah. But part of that is that's something that's mandatory by the NFL, where the EPL they don't mandate that. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
I think what this game showed is that Chelsea, as obviously you want Palmer to play, but like they can still do and create, and Esteval's good enough, and like maybe they rest him this. Like I wouldn't be shocked if he doesn't play this in game week 3 just to rest.
Don't you dare wish that on me, fucking Ricky Bobby.
But you know what I mean, though. I just think that there's a possibility that that happens, and then you're looking at some other players that for Chelsea that are going to slot into the team, either be it Esteval, be it Jamie Gittins, be it whoever. Delap and João Pedro playing together.
Mm-hmm. Even though Delap, we'll get into it later.
Yeah. Espirito Santo, there's been some strange things going on there with some of his comments, and then some rumors that they want to sack him now after his comments. And there's been a falling out with him and Edu, who's the sporting director. I think that's nothing but negative for Nottingham Forest players.
He's got to be careful, man. He's going to end up in the ditch, bro.
But yeah, Marinakis. Did you see the Crystal Palace tifo? That was amazing. I've literally never seen a tifo like that.
No,
I mean, so it was like a caricature of Marinakis, the owner of Nottingham Forest, holding a gun to Gibbs White's head, and then Gibbs White being like, "Oh, he's never done anything shady before." Blah blah blah. It was definitely shots fired, but I get it with all the drama between the two of them. Yeah. But I mean, fantasy wise, Nuno Espirito Santo not there. I think that hurts any players for Forest.
Of course, it's gonna mess up the change room.
Yeah. Anything else there?
I agree. I think at the moment Forest is still. I've watched their first 2 games. Funny enough, they still look good. Now they're still the same team. Like Wood got the 2 goals early in the first game, and then I know this game they only drew, but they still look good. Like they look like a good team. They're still going to be a force. I don't think they get a top 4, but they'll push. I think for that 7-8 position. I feel.
I think it's interesting too. They brought in a lot of talent too. They brought in McAtee. They brought in Ian Hutchinson or Omari Hutchinson. Sorry, Ian Hutchinson is one of the guys we play. Yeah, in our league. And then they also Douglas Luiz. So I think even if like fantasy wise, I think Omari Hutchinson or McAtee, if one of them locks in a starting spot, they might be interesting. But now I don't really find them. I don't feel like there's enough there in the moment.
But that's something good to bring up. Douglas Luiz. I know if you're a name guy and you think that he's going to do the same thing he did before, I don't think he gets free kicks. I don't think he gets penalties or set pieces. So that's going to be.
I think that's a concern with Douglas Luiz. So he was really good at Villa when he was on set pieces and he was taking penalties. But yeah, Tico, you have something to say? You feel like you're going to explode?
He's smiling.
Oh well, no, I was just kidding. I remember there was a certain person who drafted Douglas Luiz and he was giving shit for, and then he had a great year.
Oh, you. I remember that, yeah.
So are you tempted to dip back into the Douglas Luiz pool?
You should.
No. I mean, it all depends. If he starts, there's value there, and depending if he plays if he plays deep, then not really. But
yeah. Also, it's sometimes weird. Like you don't know. Maybe they want him to take free kicks. Maybe they want like a Gibbs White to be a little closer to the
but Anderson too. Anderson
has such a good delivery.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to be hard to beat.
But usually, what happens when like a player goes to a different league, and then they come back, they're just not the same.
I don't know, man. Ronaldo came back. He feeling fucking still balling out.
Who? He wasn't the same. He was so good.
Yeah, he was still balling out.
You're talking about arguably like the greatest player of all time. That's the example you brought up.
Yeah.
But
okay, go on.
Next one. I think this is an Enzo note. Thomas the Tank Engine Frank gets back-to-back wins. I think it's just the impressiveness of that, right? It's just noteworthy in that sense.
Yeah, everyone's saying, "No, we beat Burnley," and I didn't overreact to that. And then we are Man City's bogey team.
You are Man City's bogey team.
They've lost back-to-back home games against Etihad. No, Easyhad. That's what that place is called.
It's funny because there's multiple. It's multiple coaches too. So it's like it's not just like an Ange thing. It's like
it's a Tottenham.
It's
an aura. It's an aura thing.
Why couldn't you have the same energy last week when I said, "Hey, let's just bet on him at plus 400 something"?
Because I'm a realist. It's still Man City, but I'm not gonna lie, we played well, and I think Thomas.
Yeah, Tico wanted us to bet on that.
That high press these guys doing, the press works because it's not overly done. It works.
Yeah, you guys look great. You look truly.
If only we
great.
had a 10.
Yeah. I mean, there's still like the window's still open for another like 6-7 days. So,
did you hear we put in a bid for Paz? Does that make
70 million?
70 million.
Yeah,
got rejected real quick.
Nico Paz.
For who?
Nico Paz.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He plays for
rejected real quick.
even if it was accepted, Real Madrid was going to match it.
Yeah, they'll match it and they would have bought him back,
Pocket change.
Okay, so we kind of started, we've been recapping a little bit. Let's just get into some of the games. We'll try and power through this. First one, West Ham 1, Chelsea 5. Hammers scored early. Lucas Paqueta, who was like always someone that we kind of are talking trash on, had a pretty good goal, but maybe Sanchez should have done better. But he also had a lot of time. He had a lot of time. Like he had time to look up. Like you should never have that much time.
You think there's no way? Away from
no
way.
I don't think he was expecting, because if you look at the replay, he's going to his right side as he takes the shot. I don't think he was expecting it. So it was like going on the right side, and then it went to his left, so he couldn't adjust.
That ball was moving.
Yeah.
The ball was doing the Mamba. That's for sure.
Yes, it was.
I mean, it was Caicedo, like if he would play better at this, it was a better player. He would have closed out.
Okay.
And
what
are
you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What the hell are you talking about?
No, it was a great goal.
Just saying his name.
Probably. Okay, dude, back-to-back weeks. Amazing goals.
Yeah, there's been. Hey, man, you know what we were complaining about early in this, like in the summer? We don't see that many long range, like that many bangers. We've seen some fucking bangers already the first couple of weeks of the season.
So, amazing performance by Chelsea after going down 1 goal. Estevao, who again I gotta learn how to pronounce his name. I don't think none of us know the proper way of doing it. But amazing, dude, that guy is so good. Such an impressive performance. Did you guys watch the game? Yeah. He would drop back all the way to like by the center backs and get the ball and just kind of dribble up. He's not just like a winger. I feel like he's very versatile, could play multiple positions. Super impressed by him. The one player that I'm worried about fantasy wise, it's Enzo. I know he had the goal and the assist. Yeah. I know he had the goal and the assist, but last week he didn't do much. And this week, besides, what did he finish with?
Besides the goal and the assist, he ended up with like 17.5.
17.
So that's like 10. That's like 1.5 ghosts. You know what I mean? Like not a lot of ghosts considering.
Yeah, but last week I think he still had like 8 points.
No, 3.5.
No, he was bad the first week. I think that's actually a really valid point, Tico. I think partially too, he just looks a little tired. He looks like a little pooped.
And I also think because, I mean, obviously they addressed what they needed was more attacking reinforcements. So they got so much more attacking. So it feels like he's playing more back, which remember last year when the year started, that's how he was playing and he was generating a lot of fantasy points.
And the year before, remember under Poch where he was playing as like a 6?
Yeah.
And he was like irrelevant.
But he's not playing that 6. I do agree there's more attacking players there, but I hear you. I do hear you. But it's the first 2 games of the season.
Way too early. But
way too early.
But
it's
a warning light. Like I think Tico's saying he's flagging that this is something that's a warning.
No, I agree. I agree.
That's fair.
I just feel like he's going to come good.
Yeah. Okay, we got to talk about João Pedro, goal and assist, 34 points. Oh, 2 assists. 1 goal, 2 assists.
2 assists.
Looked really good. Just looked very but it's funny because the game week 1 he looked non-existent. So I don't know how much of that is Crystal Palace. I don't know how much of that is just West Ham being bad. So I think there's jury's still out a little bit.
I think it's Cole Palmer.
Yeah, I've heard some places that Chelsea's better without Cole Palmer.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Is this something that you guys planned? You want to talk about it more?
So you put it in the group chat.
It just looked like they scored 5 goals and Palmer wasn't there. So
he did not look happy, by the way, sitting there.
No, he was pissed. I mean, of course he's pissed.
Of course he is.
Yeah,
the one player I am more worried about, but again, it's only a couple of games, is Delat. Like, you're playing center forward. You win 5-1. You really didn't do anything. You didn't really get that many chances, perfectly honest. It seemed that it was more coming from the wings.
So I get that, and I think his points are obviously very low. I don't think he scored very high, but I think that he was doing a lot off the ball stuff. He was running around. He was barging into defenders. The Estevao assist with Enzo Fernandez, he was very instrumental. He was very instrumental in creating the space for Estevao, and he did a little flick on. I think there's enough there. I don't know if that formation is going to be the thing they do every week, but I think there's enough there that, like, it's fine. I think you're fine. I mean, I think it's you're definitely not like, wow, Delop's going to be starting every week after that. But I think it's going to be like when he comes in, there's a good chance he's going to have opportunities. It didn't come off that game,
I will be very curious to see if Estevao starts because after a performance like that, like
I think he does.
You got
to start.
I mean, like if Palmer's not 100%, like how do you not start him?
No. If Palmer is playing, when Palmer comes back,
it's because it's Palmer. It's Palmer.
I feel like you got to find minutes for that kid. Whether he's a super sub or something,
you got too many I think there's too many stars that are set in stone there for the most part.
I think what you might see is if like let's say this week there's nothing settled with like Xavi Simons or Garnacho or whatever. I wouldn't be shocked to see us Pedro Neto out on the left again, and if Palmer's fit, him playing in the 10 and then Esval on the right. You know, there's some combination of that.
Yeah.
Like that wouldn't shock me at all.
Well,
Okay, next game. Let's move on. Do you have one other comment, Enzo?
No, I was just say all in all, like Chelsea scored 5 goals, but we got to remember West Ham is having a fucking.
Yeah, you know what's interesting is we talked about they were playing that 3-5-2 with Bowen up top, and he looked non-existent. They switched to a back four. Bowen coming off the right side, all of a sudden looked so much better. He had no points, and then there was 15 minutes of garbage time where all of a sudden he got all his points because he was coming from his favorite position, looked infinitely better. I hope Graham Potter can see that and be like, oh wow, we need to get him out wide. Like he's being wasted in that spot. So that's the hope with Bowen. Yeah. Okay, next game. City 0, Tottenham 2. I was saying don't start the Tottenham defenders. You don't have to, but I was kind of wrong because I think most of them had a pretty good job. But Tico, you were saying play all defenders.
I said play everyone on both sides.
Play everyone on both sides.
Yeah, but
which
also
on the City side that was very wrong because
I was wrong. Ironically, right? But I did think it would be a high scoring game. I was surprised City didn't. Like I didn't watch this game. It was 4:30. I was surprised that.
I woke up. It sucked.
Yeah.
I woke up, went to the bathroom, was laying in bed, and went, you know what? The game's on. Maybe I should turn it on. It ruined my Saturday.
Shit, dude. I woke up. I was at Ojai at a hotel, so I woke up early, trying to be quiet next to my wife, and I was watching it. Every time we scored. Very surprising. But
was it on mute or low? Did you have your headphones? Did you were able to run headphones?
No, it was really low, and I was on the edge of the bed. Just
were you
trying?
Why didn't you just go in the toilet?
Funny.
It was an open concept room, so there's a door on the toilet, but it's right next to the bed. So
you're damned if you do.
Yeah.
Okay, Enzo's notes are they call it the Easy-Had instead of Etihad for Tottenham. That's great. Richarlison with an assist.
Mm-hmm.
Great for him. I think it's like a fantasy assist, right? I don't know if that counts in the official.
No, yeah, he's the one who passed it. No, he passed it across the box.
Okay.
To Johnson at the back post.
Johnson continues to be a back post merchant. Just one thing, he just does it really well.
But he was doing nothing the whole game.
Do you feel like I think if Tottenham doesn't get any more attacking players, Johnson suddenly becomes like such a deal from drafts where he was going because he was kind of being written off.
14
but I think he's definitely the odd man out if Tottenham gets a Savio or someone.
Yeah.
But even like last year, when he started playing, he got off to a hot start and then he cooled off.
Yeah, it was better when he was coming off the bench. But let's see.
Streaky.
Let's see. But I agree.
Paulinho, fantasy asset question mark? Maybe. He scored. He had about 17 points. He scored a goal. So you're talking about like 7 ghost points.
Yeah.
I don't expect him to score all the time. I think that was a game he was pretty dominant in. I think he's one of those guys that is better than fantasy shows of him. You know, he plays in that position that's not the most fantasy friendly. But maybe. I mean, if Tottenham are dominant in games, then I think there's a viability. Like he could be a Rodri if Tottenham.
The defense looks stronger because of him, because he's got that second line. It's like when you have like a Rodri or a Wanyama or
you have
one
a shield.
Of those
you have a shield in front of the defense. Yeah. He's just doing a screen.
Yeah.
Foden and Rodri both came off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's reassuring for owners of Foden and Rodri, right?
Yeah.
I think Rodri probably starts the next game.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Foden he had a couple instances where you saw he's capable of, but he also got ruined by VDV, so he might have picked up a knock too.
I think you're going to see after a loss like that, I think you're going to see some big changes to a Pep squad. I think you see Foden probably start next week.
Reinders had a fat 0 this game.
Atonori, his injury,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was really early in the game.
Mm-hmm. Like 14th minute, so I don't know what it was.
No good. We'll see. I mean, I think what that probably means is like Nathan Aki came on, which is interesting to me. That's not who I expected the sub to be. And I feel like it kind of limited City. I think it limited their whole kind of game plan a little bit.
Yes. They couldn't get down that side.
No. I think the Reinders thing is very interesting. I think we were all pretty excited about him after the last week. And I also don't think that it means like that was a fluke. I think it's probably somewhere in the middle. Like maybe we were a little hyperbolic last week, but maybe this week it just kind of grounded us.
I can't believe we keep saying this.
It's going to end up being somewhere in between.
But Tico might have been right again. Very goal heavy, very goal dependent.
Yeah, so the thought is that he's going to not be a great ghoster. And like obviously he didn't beat the the no ghosting allegations this week, that's for sure. But in his defense, when you look at the City team, like who scored well? I think Marmoush had maybe 7 points.
Yeah,
and he was probably the highest scoring player on City.
Mm-hmm.
So one of those games. I'm withholding judgment from like a total like run that was a false dawn, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, Arsenal 5, Leeds 0. Gyökeres proved himself. No, yes.
No, he didn't.
He scored a goal in open play. He scored a penalty. Did he do much else other than those things?
He did one thing that we liked. What was it, Tico?
That was great. So I think
the celebration.
I think the amount of respect I gained for him just for acknowledging the haters and spiting them was a lot.
Again, you know what this proves? If he doesn't score against a big team again, or he only scores against the low
small teams, I know.
Well, luckily we don't have to wait for too long. They're playing Liverpool this game week 3, so we'll see
on Sunday.
The personal test.
Sunday, 8:30 Pacific Standard Time.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Dalman came on, looked good. I think we already talked about the Saka and Odegaard injuries.
Yeah.
It sounds like just keep an eye on that. It sounds like I doubt Saka plays in game week 3. Sounds like Odegaard maybe, but I doubt Saka plays.
Unless they got some magical fucking injection to fix that shit. I don't think so.
Timber, 45 points, 2 goals, assists, clean sheet.
I mean, for this one, does it mean anything for Ben White or it's against Leeds? Because Ben White didn't get the start because he's injured.
I think Ben White's injuries are a concern.
Yeah, because he's always injured.
I think ultimately you'll see throughout the whole season, you'll probably see some rotation. But right now, like Ben White's kind of chopped liver.
So I'll say this. Yeah, it's Leeds. Don't get me wrong. But he got 45 points. 33 of them was from goals, assists, which is goal contributions and a clean sheet. But he did have 12 ghosts. You still have to do stuff.
Yeah.
Like crosses, tackles, ones, clearances, aerials, all that to get those.
Last week he played 19 minutes and he had negative points, 7.5 points. This week he had 45 points. He's the number 2 ranked fantasy player year to date. Behind the next person we're going to talk about, Fiore.
Yeah, Fiore does it again. 27 points. Looked really good. I mean, Tico picked him up on waivers. Game week 1, morning of.
But I called him. I said he's going to be Gvardiol for them.
You did.
Yeah, I think the concern is rotation. MLS came on. I didn't think he looked like that much better. I think I just think that Arteta is going to be doing a lot of rotating.
It is kind of interesting that Calafiori, the first game he played 71 and the second game he played 63 minutes. So
it is. It's definitely unexpected.
Yeah,
definitely. Well, also I think the second game's a little bit different. They're up like 4-0 when he came off.
Yeah.
So,
oh boy, guys, we're really not making good time.
We spoke about Chelsea too long.
I'm going to power through this. So Bournemouth beat Wolves 1-0. Brentford beat Villa. I think that's good for Brentford. I think we're all happy. There's just some parity in the league. Palace Forest 1-1. Everton beat Brighton 2-0. Grealish looked great. I think Everton kind of new stadium boost maybe instead of a new manager boost, new stadium boost. What do you think?
I think so. It's meant to be a new stadium curse, but it looks like they're doing all right. So
yeah, United won, Fulham won. That was today. That was fun to watch. Fernandez missed a penalty. So absolutely lost his mind when the ref bumped into him.
He got rattled by the ref.
Tico, I felt like they didn't look as good this game as they did the game before.
Yeah, no, they looked much better against Arsenal. Also, like, you're a professional, man. Like, someone bumps into you, like, it ruins your routine. Like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, stop into it. I bet in his defense, he mentioned in his post game, I listened to it. He's like, yeah, it disrupted me, but at the end of the day, like, I missed the penalty. Like, it's not his fault.
He didn't just miss it. He fucking put it over.
Do you guys remember seeing Bruno take a penalty like for power, just like trying to like pop in? He usually just feels like technique.
Look, again, I'm going to say this again. Amorim is going to get himself fired if he doesn't play the right fucking system and the right players in the right time. Like, he played Diallo today.
Well, I mean, Enzo, you mentioned it, but like my bet with Tico's looking better by the day. After game week 1, I wasn't feeling great about it, but after game week 2, it's going to be tough for them to win 2 of the next 3. I think
City, Chelsea,
Burnley is winnable.
Burnley's winnable.
You changed your tone, mate. You changed your tone.
Fulham was the one I was banking on. They got the 1 point from last week from the tie against Arsenal, which I'm assuming Keefe had that as a loss. No, that was a loss. I'm sorry. So
that was a loss. They lost 1-0.
But this one was one that they were supposed to win, you know? But
yeah, this is one they're supposed to win.
Yeah, they were going to win this one.
The frustrating is like you get into clearly you need a 9 up top, right? You get into this bidding war against Newcastle. You get your striker and you're putting him on the bench. We get game week 1, but it's not like the person you're playing is someone who's like what does Mason Mount bring to the table?
I thought he actually
looked good.
He looks good. But what for this team? What is he bringing to the table?
Okay, but Enzo Artico, what did Sesko do when he came on?
He didn't do anything.
And he didn't do anything. But what's the point of not starting him? Like, what's the point of starting Mount? What do you think Mount's going to give to your team? A couple more,
like a little more creativity, a little more guile.
Maybe, but I would rather have Cunha back there. Don't get me wrong, Cunha got his 6 points in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then after that, he literally got no fantasy value whatsoever.
Did he touch the ball?
He touched the ball, but he went to the corner flag.
Okay, yeah, let's move on, guys. That
okay.
We just did a lot of recaps. We're trying to not do as much recapping, even though it's really fun.
Yeah.
But okay, let's go through waivers here. I feel like this is what we want to do. I'm going to go through all the waivers, and you guys tell me who your number 1 waiver is from this. And if it's not one of these guys, and you have your own guy, just tell me who that is. Okay. First one, James Ward-Prowse, 43% owned. I personally dropped him after game week 1, but he came on. I think he was actually fairly abysmal in real life performance, but 4 key passes makes him viable. They have Forrest next week. Potentially Nuno Espirito Santo is going to get fired before then. So a managerless Forrest gives West Ham a chance to actually do something.
I hear you. Maybe the second game after that. How many times have we seen a manager get sacked and then the next game when they've got no one there and it's like the assistant and they bang up the next.
But I think that's the case if the team's been doing bad. But I think with Nuno, it's like they've been like doing so good with him. It has nothing to do with his performance. It has everything to do with like his like tiff with the sporting director. Okay, next one, Josh Cullen from Burnley, 35% owned. He seems capable of generating points both offensively and defensively. Mm-hmm. I think the big downside of him is that his fixtures aren't too friendly in the next few weeks with United, City, Liverpool in his next 4. So 2 good weeks, but I'm concerned about that one.
Yeah, I'd hold off.
Okay, next one, Ethan Nwaneri, 35% owned, mid, Arsenal. Odegaard injury, Saka injury, Eze's coming in. Is it a trap? If you have to roster him, it might be worth a grab, especially because Martinelli didn't even see the field on Saturday. And I think part of the concern too is it's not like he's in and instantly is a boss. Like he came in, he played a lot of games last year where he was kind of disappointing. But I mean, with these injuries, I don't know.
I agree. I think he might be a trap, but he's a good risk to take, especially if Odegaard is injured.
If you have the space.
Yeah, because if Eze does play on the left and he ends up playing like a 10 role, it could be golden, man.
Next one, a little bit of a sneaky one. Tyrone Mings, Villa, 11% owned. Had solid showings in his last 2 games. I think it was like 8.5 and 13. And I think what's nice is that his run of games coming up is what makes him kind of interesting. It's Palace, Everton, Sunderland, Fulham, Burnley. So I think it's like he's a known quantity and he's solid and he's shown that he's kind of playing again. He's healthy and with a good run might be interesting.
Yeah, his calf definitely looks a lot more the same as his right calf.
Stable.
Yeah, because he had lost all the muscle on it.
Okay, and the next one, it's kind of a double. It's Justin Devenny from Crystal Palace, 3% owned. Didn't do much, but he did get a start in Eze's place. So the points are not there yet, but is it speculative, especially until they find, like, it's more likely than not they're going to get someone, but until then, is he worth it? I don't know.
I'm not even sure they get anybody because they got him and they got Eze.
I think they have to get someone. I think they have to get a, yeah. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but it just feels like it. Okay. Another one, I have a bunch, man. Okay, another one, James Garner, 8% owned, Everton, scored a hell of a goal with a Jack Grealish assist. I think that what's interesting is he's, up until this point, he's been playing midfield, but he actually had played left back in this game.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that means long term. Like playing center mid, he was averaging 5.6 points per game with 25 starts, which is not good. But maybe at left back, the role could be worth more points. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that goal is kind of a little.
He had a streak. He had a streak last season. Remember,
he had a few good games. Yeah,
he had a few good games in mid-season, so it's when he could be consistent.
Yeah. After that, Sepp Vandenberg, Brentford, 20% owned, scored 8.25, 13.5. Sunderland next, so I think it's more like a spot start type guy. you
I
know,
know enough.
Brentford defender. Even in a bad loss, he scored 8.25. So that's to me is interesting in the first game, and then getting 13.5 in this last game, solid. Yeah, I'm not like that's an all timer, but like if you just need a guy to throw in. Okay, next one, Smith Rowe, 41% owned, Fulham. Continue to do what he does best, which is not really be present and then score a goal. Right?
But he doesn't do it often enough.
Yeah, I think that's a concern. He's so bad. He's such a bad ghoster.
He's such a bad ghoster.
I think the one thing that's interesting with him is with Josh King started the first 2 games and has done almost nothing.
Yeah.
So I think it might be time that they make a switch there. It might be Harry Wilson, but it also might be
I
our
prefer
boy
Harry Wilson.
ESR. Okay, the last one, Tico's boy, Mason Mount, 35% owned, United. He's starting to look like his former self. I think he actually had some really good moments. I think until Sesko is up and running, he's the third guy in the attack.
Yeah.
And even after that, it seems like he's the first guy up for the attack. So I think even after Sesko starts getting starts, I think Mount is probably worth holding on to, because if anyone drops off, if anyone needs a break, if anything happens, he's the next guy up. And I think as much as United has been a little bit frustrating on an attacking side, I think eventually they'll figure it out and they'll be pretty solid attacking wise, and he will have value.
I'm gonna go with Amorim isn't gonna put Sesko in again. And
I think maybe next week I wouldn't be shocked if it's Mount again.
Yeah,
Tico's making a face.
Amorim just seems like a stubborn guy that is gonna stick to his guns, even though didn't he want Sesko?
Oh yeah.
So he doesn't make no sense to me. And then having to throw Maguire in just to try to save your ass every game, I don't think that's gonna work.
That's my favorite play. Just fucking Maguire's up there somewhere. Just hit the ball up there. Maguire's up there somewhere.
Throw a long ball to the back post from the halfway line.
Maguire had a really good header.
Oh my god!
That was very close.
First touch.
Yeah.
First touch. Spammed. Anyway,
I think he should play over the league.
Maguire.
The list looked
very good. I thought he's
really good.
The last 2 games I've been very impressed with him in both of them. What do you, Tico? You disagree?
I'm just not a Delete fan.
You gotta stop being so personal with it sometimes, mate. And it's your own team too.
You're talking about personal?
Oh, are we gonna go into this right now?
Okay, moving on. Okay, so now from the list, who you can also look at on our doc, who is your number 1 waiver pickup and why?
You know what? It's not really too much to go on. If you're gonna go by starts, I think James Garner would probably be the number 1, especially at 8%. You bring him a better chance of doing it. I know he scored a goal this game, but it looks like he's pushing up quite high. But who did Everton play again? They played Brighton. And Brighton's not a pushover either. I think Brighton's a good team. So
yeah. I mean, Garner had a goal, but he also had 19.25 points. So we're talking about almost 10 points, maybe 8, because he gets 1 point for the clean sheet. So 8 points, ghosting. That's solid.
It's not bad. I'll choose Garner out of all those on the list because I feel like he'll get the most starts, and it looks like he's going to get more bang for his buck attacking wise.
What about you, Tico?
I'm going to go off the board. Lenny Euro, rostered 43%. No clean sheets. And first game against Arsenal, he had 9.5 points. This game, he had a fan tracks assist, 15.25 points. Again,
he didn't get the assist. Oh, wait, did he? Oh,
he got the
assist. It was an own goal.
He didn't get the goal, but he got the assist. Okay.
2 games combined, he has 11 clearances. So he's getting a lot of ghost points. So
he's just whacking that ball out, bro.
That's all he's doing, yeah. And especially like next week, they play Burnley, assuming a clean sheet. So that's someone who could potentially have a big game.
I like that one. That's a really good one.
I
probably should have put that on there.
Yeah.
What's his own percentage?
He's at 43%.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a really good one. Okay, I think if I had to make a choice, I think I might go Mason Mount.
You son of a bitch.
I think it's between that or JWP. I think JWP is going to have really frustrating games and games like this where he just gets a few key passes in. I think JWP maybe, but I think long term Mason Mount has some ability just to be the 4th man, and like when he plays games, you can start him.
It's just close to starting JWP.
Yeah, were you? I dropped him. I dropped him on Friday. Ugh. Okay, ready? Next section. Overreactions, underreactions. Ready?
Yeah.
Is West Ham cooked?
Do I go first?
You go
go
first.
They're done. Burned. Demoted.
Okay,
Put a
they play Forrest next.
Lost.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then they play Tottenham after that.
Lost.
Spanked.
And then they play Crystal Palace after that. That's not
Lost.
an easy game.
Spanked.
Does Graham Potter still have his job at that point? Or they play Everton after that.
If he wins the Everton game, he gets for another week.
So, realistically speaking, like, when is their first win gonna come? So let's.
It should have came in the first game.
You should have given the first game.
That really burns them.
Because Palace, even without Aiza, Palace they don't win. Everton, then Arsenal, Brentford.
Palace are hard to break down though.
Yeah,
Like,
and
they're
Ishmael,
not that team.
they
defense is
still
good.
got good defense, and Ishmael Assar is
Like,
fucking bored.
It's
When
good.
I look at it, the first game I think that's winnable for them is against Leeds, October 24th.
I think Everton's a winnable
I think
game
Evans
potentially.
a winnable
Is
game.
that home or away?
That's a good question.
That's home. Wait,
Yeah.
Hill Dickinson Stadium, that's theirs, right?
That's the new
That's
Everton
the new Everton.
stadium.
Yeah,
That's
no,
right,
that's
yeah.
so Everton's defense is good, man. Who's gonna break down their defense?
It's
Paqueta?
good. I bet they score first again and lose it.
Yeah, man.
I think that if Graham Potter can change his lineup and do a few things, then maybe they can be a little more competitive. But yeah, it doesn't feel good being a Bowen owner. I'll tell you that much.
No, I'm with you on that one, mate.
Okay, next one. Ouattara, is he the Mbeumo replacement for Brentford? Just came on first game, first goal.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of flubbed the first opportunity, and then scored the rebound. Did he do much else outside of that though?
No,
Did you feel like he had a good game outside of that?
no, but he scored. That's what matters at the end of the day, innit? And there's a big gaping hole there for an attacking player that can score goals or create. And he did it for Bournemouth whenever he came on. He never really started, so he's going to start week in, week out. I think he's going to only get better. And if not, who's going to take his place?
What do you think, Tico?
No, I don't think he's the Mbombo replacement. That's hard to replace Mbombo. It's a lot of goals.
No, I'm not saying he's going to score that many
Yeah.
goals, but is he the main attacking threat? Because Wissa's not there either, remember?
Wissa
might
might still be coming back.
Dude, he trained. He's like he went back on his shit and he was training.
Well, I think he realized the deal might not happen. At least he didn't release a statement like Isak being like, "My trust has been broken." So we didn't talk about that. That's just like, who's advising you?
Dude,
Who's telling you that's a good idea?
If he doesn't get a move before the end of the transfer window, the first person he should look at is his fucking agent.
His agent and be like, "You are fired.
You are fired.
You are fired."
Now, you know how many Newcastle fans I've seen say, "Let him sit on the bench for 3 years, let him rot, see if he gets his." I was like, "Damn,
I know. I mean, you don't mess with northern British people,
dude. They're not happy."
I just want to I feel like we said, what did Dango Ouattara do outside of scoring a goal? He did get 21 points, so he did get 11 goals.
Oh, okay.
So he did enough.
He did enough, more than enough actually.
As a mid, yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Mbeumo replacement. I don't think you can replace Mbeumo. I think that it was a good signing from them. I think he's going to be pretty usable. I think if you drafted him, you're stoked that he's going to Brentford. He's going to be more of a main man there than he would have been at
Bournemouth. Oh yeah, I agree.
Okay, next one, Grealish. Is Grealish back? Are we going to witness the greatness that is Grealish once again?
He looks like he lost a little bit of weight. Means he hasn't been drinking as much. Got a nice little tank. He just came back from our FIFA. He's looking fucking good.
I like it.
I like it.
I also liked Sergey brought it up where how like the second goal Grealish got the assist because he kind of did a little layoff to Garner, but that before that there'd been a play that was very similar and Grealish was yelling at Garner to get into that space quicker, and then like about 15 minutes later that same thing happens and Grealish dishes off for a goal. So I think those are the types of things you love to see from Jack Grealish being
and he's a vet.
He learned some things from Pep. He's become a smarter player. And now to have the keys to the castle at Everton, I think it's an exciting thing.
I think so too. I like this. Whoever picked them up late, you're like drooling right now.
I'm pretty excited, but I also feel like it would be way more exciting if I didn't draft Dwight McNeil, who looks like he's going to be an absolute dud.
But he came on.
He did play for 15 minutes. He probably should have scored, to be honest with you. But I think the high would be a lot higher if I had picked Alex Iwobi, because that was who I was deciding between there. And then got Grealish later. But Is what it is.
It is what it is.
I think we're excited. I also feel like there's going to be games where it's Everton and Grealish is going to struggle, and I'm not expecting like second round value, but I think where he was going at drafts, you're very excited.
Yeah, you're very excited.
Yeah, I think today was obviously like
you can
a
get
very high point.
You can get third round fucking value, to be honest, on the upside.
If he's in the starting lineup, you're playing him for sure.
I think but he's definitely like one of my top mids, but like okay, like right now, like Sergey was being like, is he a high trade high, or are you excited in holding? And I was trying to think about like where would I trade Grealish? Like who would I trade him for? Like what value roughly?
You just said Iwobi.
I would take Iwobi over Grealish.
Yeah, so
in a season long term. Yeah, but like okay, maybe it's like Savio. If Savio stays at City, would you take Grealish or Savio?
I'll take Grealish just because. I'll
take Grealish.
Yeah, because it's every game.
If Savio goes to Tottenham, then you take Savio.
I can't wait.
Is that like me and Tico are both like, please go to Tottenham because we both have him in one of our leagues, right?
We're so nice.
Keefe, if he goes to Tottenham, are you also going to bend Enzo over backwards and
you gonna try to trade bang me?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do that. I'd rather do that to Sergey with Eze. I'm trying to cook up a trade to offer Sergey Eze.
Have you guys offered too many trades yet?
No, I usually like to wait until that first international break. It's a little early. I feel like people that do too much too early, it's like a little like dramatic.
Yeah, Kyle.
You're being a little extra, you know?
Yeah, Kyle's been offering like so much to me, man.
I think he realized that he really messed up in the draft.
Didn't get Cunha? Yeah.
I think once Isak's situation gets settled, I'm just gonna trade Isak for Diallo.
Good luck with that.
Good luck with that.
I just need one good game from Diallo. That's it.
All right. And the last note we already kind of talked about is the new Everton Stadium not cursed? Because you were saying that stadiums always are cursed.
Yeah, new stadiums like you usually don't do well. Emirates, White Hart Lane, like the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I think that's why Man United haven't moved yet. Because
they don't want to be. They already have like 4 other curses on him. Like we really can't add an additional. They don't want to just
add another Horcrux on.
Yeah, we already have 7 of the 8 or whatever it is. We can't add that.
You think Bruno's the Horcrux?
That would be fascinating. Well, you think he leaves and all of a sudden they start winning?
I think because I heard a couple of Man United fans say, "Does it look like he's throwing the game?" And I couldn't stop laughing.
It's his teeth. You have to destroy his teeth.
What if it is like what if he is really the problem? That would be a really ironic thing. But okay, moving on. Game week 3. Oh wait. One thing I want to talk about the Everton thing real quick. The announcer said this. And I thought this was fascinating. Is that Everton lost its UNESCO heritage like trademark because the dock that they built the stadium on was like a UNESCO heritage site. It's like an old British dock. And because they destroyed it to build the stadium, it like lost its like UNESCO like heritage
certification. I guess
certification. Yeah. Isn't that kind of wild?
Yeah, that's bad. They got a new stadium out of it. It's a nice stadium.
Maybe the trick to break. Maybe they needed to do that to not.
You need to destroy something old. So you're saying Tottenham needs to knock down Buckingham Palace and build a stadium right there, and
maybe something like that. Maybe that's it.
Ugly building,
or just like burn, or just maybe like burn like the last trophy, like burn like one of your old trophies, and you can like win a new one or something.
I mean, Keith, they only have like so many; they can't afford to burn one.
Bro, we got a lot of trophies. Okay, we used to win a lot.
Hey, bring the Audi Cup. How about that?
Yeah, we burn the Audi Cup. I'll burn that one
like that.
Definitely
okay, game week 3 outlooks: Tottenham versus Bournemouth. Riding the hot streak of Tottenham players, I think you have to.
You have to.
Semenyo, Tavernier, Truffert. Do we like Truffert?
He did well the last game, didn't he? Didn't he have like 14 points? Did I see that wrong?
I thought there was a few moments where I was like, this guy looks good. I remember thinking like, I don't have his points in front of me if someone's
What do you have, Tico?
For what?
Truther, how many points did he have the last game, mate? They won, didn't they? They won 1-0. Bournemouth?
11.5.
Yeah. Not bad. Got clean sheet. Don't get me wrong. 6 points for clean sheet.
Yeah.
5 points, but
I think the interesting things here are Evan Ilson, after scoring almost virtually 0. I think he scored 0.5 week 1. He actually had 7.5 ghost points in week 2, which is really good for him. He had like a lot of key passes. He did a few good layoffs. He did a lot of really good things as like off, like not point scoring things, but things where you're like, the manager loves this. He's doing things like the manager loves.
He was
you
getting
know,
involved. And
getting
getting other
involved, holding up
players.
the ball, like dribbling a
Yeah.
little bit. So I like that. I like that shout. I don't think there's any like, it's like the Jed Spences of the world. I feel like you could probably start. I think Tottenham looks pretty good. Like I'm not really like I'm not pulling any punches on my guys from Tottenham
Like, until
they prove me otherwise.
Exactly. Do you think Tottenham might win this game? Maybe, but if the worst I can see is a 0-0 draw, and then you just get the clean sheet points again, that'll be 3 clean sheets in a row.
It'd be really Spursy to lose this game.
This is very similar to
what happened? What just happened?
I pressed something. Might just went down.
His desk went down.
I was going to say this. Tottenham reminds me of like Tottenham of first year of Ange. They start off amazing.
They got like the vibes are up.
The vibes are the same, except for the tactics are different. Remember, he played that gung ho football and no one expected it.
I'm talking about results wise.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Well, 2 weeks in. I think what you're seeing too is like Thomas Frank has been a really good manager for a bunch of years, but in the past he just didn't have the quality of players. He had a few good players, but like the top to bottom of a team, and so you're seeing him like do his ideas with like that much better players, like top to bottom, and you're like, oh wow, this guy is a baller.
We look less vulnerable on the counterattack.
Yes,
defensively was. That's why I like it.
If Kluivert comes back in, because he subbed in this game, are you all systems go on Kluivert to starting him? Because you drafted him to be a starter.
Yeah, but we all know that he got majority of points from 2 games last season. So that's
he's very goal dependent.
He's very goal dependent.
But I think if you drafted him, you kind of have to start him, right?
You kind of have to start him, but if you got someone better,
yeah. Okay, next game: Chelsea versus Fulham, the 4:30 a.m. game for us West Coasters. I'll be up for it. I don't know if anyone else will.
Is it on Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday, 4:30 a.m.
I'll be up for it. I'm off that day. I'll be up for it.
Chelsea, 3rd straight London derby, which is interesting. It's kind of nice for them. They haven't really had to travel that much. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it'll be interesting, like keeping an eye on who starts. It's Chelsea starting to feel like a team where you just don't know 100% who's going to be there, especially with this Palmer hamstring issue. We'll see how it goes, but I think at the end of the day, you feel pretty comfortable with starting whoever's going to play.
All of them.
Right? Yeah.
All of them.
Even let's say if Jamie Gittins gets a rogue start, his first game, he didn't do much and he got 7.5 points. So I feel like you're pretty comfortable with whoever it is.
Plug him in, man. Easy money.
Yeah. For Fulham, Robinson got a few minutes. You'd love to see that. He's back. It was so uncertain if that injury was going to be worse or better.
Yeah.
So
they said it was fitness last week, and it was just just in case. And it looked like he did. He looked fine.
Yeah, he got a few minutes.
He got a few minutes. He looked fine.
Yeah. Iwobi. Well, obviously we'll do Iwobi things. You're very happy. You get all those ghost points that you don't even understand how he's scoring them, but he collects them like they're daisies in the field. Mm-hmm. Don't expect ESR to do it again. So that's Enzo's note or Tico's note.
That's what Enzo's note. I don't think he goes. He's not consistent. He'll do it again in 3-4 games.
Do you think? Maybe I think it's likely he gets a start though. But you're saying don't expect
the same result.
Well, and we've talked about him ad nauseum in the past, but it feels like with him, it's like he doesn't do much other than pop up for the odd goal. It's not like he's generating points in other ways, which is frustrating.
He passes side to side backwards.
Also, keep an eye on who's going to be the starting forward. Jimenez was benched. Muniz got the start. And he scored a goal on himself.
Scored a goal on himself. And he scored a goal each game, is what you're telling me.
He's consistent.
Oh, yeah, it's a headache situation that me and Nate are dealing with in our league.
Why are you bringing that up?
I don't know, just bringing it up.
Hey, how about you take Nate and
both
of you go?
Okay. Next one. United versus Burnley. This has to be the game where United comes good, right? I think if they don't get a win here, I think the pitchforks are going to start coming out. Am I wrong, Chico?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the one.
You know what? I would absolutely
3-0 Burnley.
No, that's too much. I want it to look like Man United is dominating the whole game, and at the 88th minute, Burnley comes out with a set piece out of nowhere and scores.
Enzo's writing fanfic, like pornographic fanfic for anti-United fans right now. Yeah. So Tico, do you feel like Sesko gets a start, or is it a question mark to you? Is there any sort of clarity?
I agree. I think he has to.
Nothing has been said. What he when they asked him after the game, he said, "Oh, he's new. It's gonna take time for him to adjust." Yeah, because you're using this like fucking complex playing style. Just put him up front.
I agree.
Yeah,
because you're saying that, right? You're saying that, but he came on a week after Gyökeres. Ekatike started already. Like all these players that are new on teams and new to the teams have started. You bought this player for a good amount of money to score goals, playing.
You know how you just buy a playing style? By playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a little weird. Like I totally agree with you. Like it's Cunha's that's not his best position.
No,
like you're kind of doing yourself a disservice.
And when he plays like that behind the striker and then veering off the left to the right, like him and Mbeumo's doing whatever he wants. Mbeumo doesn't like him doing the 10 role. He's freaking going to the right and running down there. Like Cunha's actually trying to play in that position. It's not working for him.
I think the concern to me is that I didn't see anything from Seska when he came on.
No,
like, I know it was a limited role. Was it 15 minutes?
Yeah, that's
like
what I'm saying.
30 minutes, but
he's not an impact player. He's a player that grows into the game. So give him game time. Give him a start. That's what I'm saying. I think that's the only way, in my opinion, that Man United wins this game if Sesko starts.
They win regardless.
No, I don't think so.
I think they need a big guy to break down. I think they need a target man to break down a team.
Also, a threat from the air, 6'5".
Yeah,
guy
exactly.
big dunks between the leg dunks.
Hey, brother, keep your arms down. It's fucking.
I think otherwise, like the Lenny Yoro call out's a really good shout. I think like De Ligt, I think all the defenders for United are all systems go. I mean, if you want to play the Burnley guys, I mean they both scored and assisted. It's Cullen and what's the other guy's name? Cullen and
Devenny?
Jadon Anthony. So I think I think United's defenses look better. So
yeah,
but like if you have those guys, like you're not going to find. It's very unlikely you find someone better off your bench than Cullen. He's put up he's probably like the third ranked player overall right now. I've had a guess.
Mm-hmm.
Sixth,
still there.
Yeah, he's like in that. He's so. I wouldn't be like vehemently against it. Okay, next game, Leeds Newcastle. Will there be a new attacking player in the lineup for Leeds or for Newcastle? By this time, I don't think so. I think it's going to be after the international break for any player to come in. So I think we're still going to be talking about. I mean, we'll see what happens in the game. It's hard to comment on this until we.
Because I would like to see what. It all depends on what I feel happens tomorrow too, against Liverpool.
Yeah,
so.
I think for Leeds, it'll be interesting just to see how they respond after a big win to start the season, and then a pretty not embarrassing loss, but a game that they feel like they probably think they should have got points out of.
Against
Arsenal? They make changes. No, they lost to. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I was mixing up Sunderland and Leeds. So yeah. So I think they're just gonna hang in there, huh?
I think Newcastle is a big enough team with big enough players who have big moments to beat a Leeds team.
Yeah, I agree.
So if they lose against Liverpool, this is a good bounce back game for them to gain some confidence.
Did anyone on Leeds generate any sort of points?
I don't think anyone in the top 20.
No, so that Stash guy was people were really excited about generating 25 points in the first game, and he had about 3 key passes in the first. He was very like Cunha. We had about 3 key passes in the first 10 minutes of the game against Arsenal, and then didn't score any other points the rest of the game.
Yeah, Joe Rodon was their highest scoring player, 14.75, and that's actually not bad after losing 5-0.
I don't even see that. I see that Stash was the highest at 6.5. 6.25.
Oh, you know what? I haven't got all the players on there. My fault.
I feel like I'm not I like Sash maybe, but against Newcastle, maybe. I think you can maybe play him. I don't know if you really want to play anyone else. So. And Leeds and Newcastle, your all systems go with everyone. Right. Brighton versus City. I wouldn't want to be Brighton after City loses to Spurs. I have that D. Kuiper defender who's been a little underwhelming in both the games. I'm probably going to be benching him.
Yeah, I definitely would bench him, mate.
Yeah.
City's going to try to tear these.
But I also I'm not afraid. I have O'Reilly and Minta in 2 of my 3 leagues, and I will probably be starting them against City. Against a City team that's proved that they're a little bit vulnerable, which they did against Tottenham.
Yeah, but
I'm not expecting like home runs, but I also feel like it's not like I'm like the guys off my bench aren't going to be better than.
But I completely agree with you. What you said before. Pep's going to make a few changes, like 3 or 4.
Yeah, he's going to make some changes. All right, next one. Forrest, West Ham. It's not looking good for the Hammers. Forrest have been playing decently well. They got a win and a draw.
Yeah,
I think if there's a game for West Ham to get points, it's going to be this game.
Yeah,
I think this is the last chance for them before it becomes like Potter. Like we're on Potter watch. We're on Potter sack watch. You know, I think I think we're gonna put a little clock on the corner of our videos, and it'll be a countdown.
You know what's so bad is that we've got to this point where we're so used to in the EPL. As soon as a manager's you can see it coming. You can see it coming.
I think the issue with him is that it's not like he turned them around when he came in last year either. So it's like there's a lot of concern. I think the Bowen owners we talked about it earlier, but like I think they changed formation after they were down by quite a bit, and I thought Bowen looked a lot better. So the hope is that they stick with more of that formation. I think it actually suits them better.
It does.
I think we're going to be using the Harry Potter GIF pretty soon, where he's waiting
pretty
at the
liberally. the wave goodbye Harry Potter GIF. Yeah, it's definitely. Do you have that queued up? I'm sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
What is this? KWP and Paqueta might be the way to go here. Who's KWP?
Oh shoot! I put the wrong initials.
What is JWP?
JWP. Sorry. JWP.
Well, I think the issue, and I said this in our group chat, is that I feel like West Ham are an athletic midfielder away from being totally fine this season. I feel like when you have Thomas Tuchek and James Ward-Prowse in your midfield, like it's two like gangly white guys. Like that's just you can't have two. You can only have one gangly white guy in a midfield. You know what I mean? You can't have two.
I don't know, but I think honestly in this game I think JWP and Paqueta could relish in that midfield because they'll push that Forest midfield pushes up so much, and I think they can try to take control. And if they do change formation, that'll only make it easy for JWP and Paqueta to create more.
Yeah. All right, next game, Liverpool-Arsenal. First real test for Arsenal, depending on the injury report, obviously, for key players, what happens. I think either way, I mean, this is why you get Madueke. This is why you get Eze. It's so that when these injuries come, you can still be an elite team. I don't think there's any excuses for Arsenal.
No. And they're not like, it's not like they're freaking second tier, third tier players. These are top players. No,
that's the idea is that you brought in elite players you brought in a starting 16, essentially.
Yep, exactly.
I think that it'll be interesting just for Martinelli. I think like we talked about Nwaneri, like I think for that reason I kind of like him as a waiver pickup just to see if he gets a start. But I wouldn't be shocked at all if it's Martinelli on the left, Madueke on the right, Gyökeres up top, and then Eze in the middle. That to me seems like the safe move. But the fact that Martinelli didn't even feature in a game where they're up by 5 to me is a little concerning.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I don't think it's concerning because like when you're up by 5, you don't really put like veterans in the games. What's the point? Put like the younger people.
Yeah,
you're gonna start all your Liverpool players. I think in the same way, like you're not benching any of your Arsenal players. Yeah, this is just one of those games where you go for it. I also think it's interesting because you're looking at an Arsenal team that does not let in a lot of goals. You're like looking at a Liverpool team that scores a lot of goals. And you're looking at an Arsenal team that up until last week has struggled to score goals, and a Liverpool team that has struggled to, like, has not kept a lot of clean sheets in the last.
I was going to say, so it'll be interesting to see the game tomorrow and how Liverpool plays, and if they lay in any goals with Newcastle, who doesn't have a striker.
Yeah, totally. Okay, those are the games. Now our final little segment, Parlay O'clock. Is that what we're calling it? Tico has a couple teams in mind. Are you cooking this up?
Well, I don't know how we're doing this. Are we doing one team each? Or are we? Because I made a parlay. I could go over it, see what we feel about this.
Go over it. Sergey wanted us to each pick a team so that there's someone that we can blame.
Stop losing.
Sergey's trying to pitch us against each other, guys.
So I mean, by the time this comes out, we might be one parlay win already if Liverpool wins tomorrow.
Second week.
Are we so that we're a Liverpool win away from winning our parlay?
Correct. Mm-hmm. Yes.
I can't believe we haven't talked about that yet.
So ends
Parlay O'clock.
Ends Keefe, you owe me 20. Ends were square. I paid off my bet.
We're gonna be square though in like a week though. What? after United draws at Burnley, we're going to be square essentially.
So no, if they draw, there's still a chance.
You're right. There's still a chance.
True.
Okay.
So
That's true.
Forrest over West Ham at -143, which is amazing odds. Newcastle over Leeds -103. That's also like pretty good. Manchester United over Burnley -290, and then City over Brighton -132, which puts us at +692.
I like the first three. I don't like the Forest over West Ham.
I don't. I went Hammers over Forest.
I think
like that.
I just feel like the Premier League has been so topsy turvy this year, and I feel like this is like the moment for West Ham. And like maybe I'm in my own head, like my own head narrative wise, but
Now-
like that's the narrative that I want.
I will say this: do we want to put our faith in the Hammers like we did the first week?
I almost would rather not bet on that game. I'd rather just skip that game.
So I'm opening up Bovada right now.
Okay.
Hold up, let me.
Did you see what just popped up on our shit?
Sergey just jumped in, and his name is Joker as his agent.
So
Ooh. Everton over Wolves. What's that, Tico?
pulling it up right now. Let's see.
I'm gonna my game I want to stick in is Palace over Villa. Palace over Villa because Palace has been playing well and Villa hasn't.
All right. Okay. So what are we looking at? What did you guys want me to look at?
Everton over Wolves and then Palace over Villa.
Everton over Wolves is +200.
I like
Okay,
it.
that seems like a good bet.
Palace over Villa. Let's see. Where's Palace? It's Palace is +325. And then is that each of you guys picked a different one, or am I picking one now?
You pick one.
All right. I'll
You just
go.
pick from what you have on this list right here.
Yeah, don't tell me what to do. I'll go. I'll go Tottenham.
Over who?
Bournemouth.
I don't like that.
No.
Wait, Tico, I feel like you have 4 games here to choose. Just pick one of the ones you have here.
Do as he says, Tico.
All right, I'll
Yeah,
pick Man U.
Commissioner.
I'll do Man U.
But okay, the odds are so shit in that game. It's -290. Do the
Motherfuckers.
Newcastle or the City.
It's going to be a 4-game. We're going to have at least one easy one in there, supposedly.
All right, I'll do Newcastle over.
Yes.
Oh, it changed
Now
from
I'm in.
103 to 102.
Okay.
No,
there you go.
Although Leeds aren't that bad. You know what? Should I do City?
No, just stick with Newcastle over Leeds. Just stick to
Okay,
one. Stop
all right,
being so
all right.
topsy-turvy,
What's the
man.
4th game? Or are we doing 3?
Keefe has the 3-game choose.
City over Brighton.
Oh, he's doing C over Brian.
Coward.
Put those. Damn.
Yeah.
Calculating.
Calculating.
That gives us +4,338.
Oh, we're gonna be rich. We're gonna be rich,
baby.
We're rich.
All right.
We're buying a yacht.
I'm on a yacht.
$40
I'm on
would
a
give
yacht.
us 1,700.
Woo!
Ooh.
That would
I
feed
actually
us.
like this.
That would feed us for a while.
Yeah, we wouldn't have to start sending each other money anymore.
Yeah.
Should I place it now, or should we wait until it's closer?
Let's
to
wait. Let's wait until
Alright.
the Newcastle
Why?
game. Just
I'll
know.
take
Because then-
Just you
Because
just never
then the
know what
odds
happens
might
if like
change.
what happens if like 3 Newcastle players all get injured and then
what
like,
if
we don't
there's
wanna-
an?
Yeah.
It's not going to change significantly. Where it's going to go from plus 4,300 to
Yeah.
like plus 100.
But just
Yeah,
as the listeners just know, unless something significant changes for Newcastle, that's our bet. It needs to be like Anthony Gordon gets a red and like Shar injures his groin, and then we might change our mind.
Then Langer twists his ankle.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. This has been episode 103 of Draft Offsides. My name is Keefe. I'm with Tico and Enzo. Follow us at Draft Offsides on all the socials. Go check out our YouTube page. Go like,
subscribe, and comment.
Yeah, comment. Talk shit. Tell us who your favorite is.
We like all the smoke.
Yeah, we like
Bring it
all
all.
the smoke.
And I
Literally yell at us.
do like
Criticize.
some compliments too. I
Judgment.
like compliments too.
Judgment is welcome.
No one likes Tico's draft. They all like our draft.
Yeah,
I
That's
think
that's been a reoccurring comment actually.
Me and Keith have been cooking supposedly in a positive way.
Respectfully, Tico. Respectfully.
Respectfully.
I don't understand why I'm disrespected as a champion.
Because you really fell off.
I
Like,
think you
fell
were
off.
riding a little high. I think that's right.
There's
We'll
no-
see.
Literally, the podcast has one champion in its history, and
I won the first year. What are you talking about? Why are you doing this to me?
what are you
Okay.
talking about?
Okay, I think we're done.
I think we're done. All right, lads.
That's me.
Darth Vader.
That's
That's
Enzo.
me beneath you, Luke Skywalker. Do you
That's
see I
Enzo.
changed my icon back to Aragorn because I am on top of the table?
Yeah, I saw. Did you see the new change, the new name? Thong Song by Sesko. I like it.
Well, I don't get it.
Sesko. It's still, but honestly, Endai will always love you. Is still my favorite name. Best one. Best one by far.
Didn't get a chance to talk about Real Madrid starting Rodrigo.
Okay, I'm done. Bye, guys.
I'm done. Bye.
Bye.
Catch you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.